another great edition here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's an exciting morning. It's a Champions League morning, so there's a lot of bets and analysis for you, a lot of Champions League takes. But before that, there's also stuff, breaking news. If you are somebody that supports Bavaria, that supports FC Bayern Munich, there's news for you because, hey, it looks as if Thomas Tuchel will be going. The question as to who becomes the next FC Bayern Munich manager is the big question of the day. For you, if you are here, who becomes the next manager? There are a host of names that have come through. We'll talk about that into detail. But there is some more for you in terms of the Carabao Cup final. If you're a Chelsea fan, thank you very much once again. If you have subscribed to the channel, if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for choosing us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification. It's important that you turn on notification. Turn on your notification. Turn on notification. Subscribe. Turn on notification, and in there, do choose all. It's a big growing community of football analysis, and you don't want to miss out on anything that we do here. But first of all, let us get into the conversation. Chelsea are going to play in the Carabao Cup final on this weekend against Liverpool. Chelsea have already drawn one against Liverpool and lost one this season. There are lots of things that have gone on. In the first game when they played, there was just at the beginning of the season, first match of the season. Next one, Chelsea had some players injured, but then again, the performance at Anfield wasn't the best, and people kept on complaining in terms of the off-the-ball structure, the fights, the grit, the lack of combativeness and aggression in the middle of the park from the likes of Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and the like at Anfield. Now, this one is going to be played at Wembley, so it's a different ball game altogether. But there's a big if. Chelsea don't have a good record in cup finals in the last few years. They've lost at the Community Shield, the last Wembley. They've lost 2 FA Cup finals, one to Leicester, one to Arsenal. They've lost a Carabao Cup final, one to Liverpool. They've lost another FA Cup final, one to Liverpool as well. So in about 7 finals at Wembley. 7 finals at Wembley. Chelsea hasn't won it. 6 finals at Wembley. Chelsea haven't won even one of them. Like I said, there was one to Arsenal. There was a Carabao Cup, I think, to Manchester City. There was one to Arsenal, Carabao Cup to Manchester City. There was FA Cup to Leicester City. There was one to Liverpool in the FA Cup. Another one to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. And I think one other one. So 6 already. Chelsea has even won 1 trophy at Wembley. And it's a bad record going into that final because Wembley hasn't proven to be good. And even for the current crop of players, for Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Reece James, and quite a number of players, they have played in 3 consecutive finals over there. I think twice, one with Leicester City and 2 with the ones against Liverpool. The one where Leicester City won, Ben Chilwell came on, tried to score the winner. He didn't get that winning goal, and Chelsea ended up losing that one. Then the one with Liverpool, Chelsea created all the very good chances. Romelu Lukaku scored. They said it was an offside. Mason Mount at the time. Chelsea battered Liverpool over there. Callagher was imposed. Again, Chelsea didn't end up winning that trophy. So going to Wembley is a good one for Chelsea, and that stands now. But the wins against Aston Villa, the wins against Crystal Palace, and the draw against Manchester City tend to have given the boys some very good morale. They tend to believe that they can go to Wembley and then turn things around for Chelsea. And this is going to be the first official cup under Todd Boehly for the men's team. The women's team obviously have won. So it's a lot. Yesterday the team had a day off. Today they are back to start preparation for that game on Sunday against Liverpool. It's a big one. It's a big one, trust me. I mean, the Carabao Cup may be just any trophy. It may not be a trophy as big as the FA Cup, may not be as big as the league. But in the context of where Chelsea have come from, the context of the new owners, the context of how the season has gone, given the lopsidedness of things that have gone on at Chelsea, how they've not really managed to get results this season, how things have been tough for them in terms of being consistent and staying consistent, it's in the right direction. That when they go into a cup final, if they manage to win it, then it's a huge step to build on. And I think that in project, this is what you need. You need some cup final. When you win, then you impose yourself on that, then you build on that, and it doesn't even get bigger than Liverpool. Liverpool is excellent at playing cup finals, even especially a Nigerian club. when they get into finals, it's literally almost a done deal for them that they are going to win that cup final. And Chelsea have to get themselves into that position where they have to turn things around against Liverpool, where they have to show that they can beat Liverpool in a cup final. A Liverpool team that are almost unstoppable, even with the absence, the kind of injuries that they have with Curtis Jones out, with Domenico Szoboszlai, who's possibly going to be out. The likes of Ando Ouattara, Alexis McAllister have been very good. With Trent Alexander-Arnold going out, Bradley has come on and he's excellent for the team. You talk about the likes of now that Diogo Jota is even injured, Mohamed Salah is back down winning years was just precautionary. And then there is Diaz, there is Akonji, there's Konate, there is Virgil van Dijk at the back end. The team is just there. They are just well knit together, solid group, a team that gets the job. And then we listen to the likes of Benjamin Chilwell, and they tell you about the fact that for them it's a cup that they ought to win. They need to try and win. And I just like the fact that this game comes in at a time where, for me, a lot of the issues that I spoke about in terms of Chelsea's backline, and first of all, being Thiago Silva is out. I think that the most excellent of the back is just the pairing between Levi Cole and Axel Disasi now. Ideally, you would want somebody with a lot of pace to pair with Levi Cole, and that's why for me it looks as if Wesley Fofana will be the best pair for Axel for Levi Cole when he returns. And you rotate him. You rotate Levi Cole with Benoit Belachile in there. Benoit is excellent on the ball. Same for Levi. And then over here as well, you have Wesley Fofana, and then of course Axel Disasi. You want to shove into a back five, you can. And then of course you have your fullbacks in Benjamin Chilwell and Malo Gusto, which is excellent. And we've also realized that in the last two games, Chelsea and Pochettino seems to have solved the problem of Enzo and then Caicedo playing close to each other. Not necessarily Enzo leaving Caicedo alone in build-up and vacating the line and moving up top. They seem to stay together in terms of build-up. There have been times where even Benjamin Chilwell moves very high and wide in these zones like this, and Chelsea go into a back three. Malo Gusto helps in ball progression over there. You see that the two centre-backs will open. Malo Gusto will also open up like Benjamin Chilwell. The two centre-backs open. Then you see Moise Caicedo dropping into them so that Enzo can be the first line receiver and then spray the passes up to each other. And I think that's going to be important. Chelsea's possession on the ball, Chelsea's ability to control the game on the ball, and then of course the combativeness, the aggression here to stop Liverpool in the transition and then winning the duels here. It's going to be very, very important in the middle of the park. And that's something that Chelsea needs to do. They need to do it if they are going to stand a chance of winning the Carabao Cup final over the weekend. But yeah, that's just a long time away. That's there. We'll talk about that later. Now, at FC Bayern Munich, there are some names that are coming to possibly replacement of Thomas Tuchel. Now, there are two things. If you're a Bayern fan, this is what you need to understand. FC Bayern's CEO, Ebel, doesn't want to sack Thomas Tuchel now. They would love to see Tuchel playing this weekend's game against Leipzig and hopefully see out the season. If he sees out the season, they do an evaluation of his work and they believe that Tuchel hasn't done enough, then they will let him go. As it stands now, the plan isn't to sack him right now. It is just that there are a lot of offers on the table for there are a lot of coaches that want to take up the Bayern job. There's someone like Antonio Conte who believes that he has coached in England, he has coached in Italy, and he has not coached in a big league like Germany. And of course, Sky Germany is reporting that Antonio Conte wants to take the opportunity to go and coach in FC Bayern Munich. He believes that that's a big club where he can get results in. Very, very important in that regard. As to if Bayern are going to grant in that regard, if Antonio Conte's football fits that of FC Bayern Munich, do you think that Antonio Conte is the man to lead the Bayern charge after Thomas Tuchel? I mean, I just also think that Antonio Conte and even for Bayern, they'll be able to turn things around. I think that Thomas Tuchel will be able to turn things around as a manager for himself, and I'm very, very sure that Thomas Tuchel will turn things around, and that's what the Bayern people want. That's what the people in Bavaria want. They hope that he will be able to turn things around for themselves as it stands now. There are issues with Joshua Kimmich and then Thomas Tuchel. Issues with Thomas Tuchel and Joshua Kimmich. Now, the coach of FB Stuttgart, his name is Sebastian Hoyner, has also been discussed at FC Bayern Munich. He's the nephew of Ole Hoeneß, would be a topic in the summer at the earliest. He's a Bayern man. Conte is also interested in the Bayern job, like I told you a while ago. Bayern wants to contact Zinedine Zidane. The Frenchman would want to still wait to get the French national team job, and he's not looking at it. And there is one name that's surprising to me. That is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is also somebody that's been discussed at Bayern as it stands now. So we'll wait to see how the Bayern job goes. But it looks as if almost everybody is interested in the Bayern job. Almost everybody's interested in the Bayern job, and it's a big job. I mean, Thomas Tuchel is feeling 3 losses in a row, and especially against Bochum is a big one for him. I just think that Thomas Tuchel lost the Bayern dressing room too early. He shouldn't be losing the dressing room at this point in time. I think that he needs to get his players back onto his side and make sure that they get him in. It's very, very important that they make sure that he gets his team, his team back behind him. Of course, Xabi Alonso definitely will be one of those names. If the season ends like this, Bayern will look at Xabi Alonso. I don't know if it's just the coaching methods of Thomas Tuchel, or it is just that he just has that extra temperament that the top players these days do not want, and that's what's putting him under pressure as it stands now. But we'll wait to see how all of that goes in there with FC Bayern Munich, and then of course Thomas Tuchel. So Hansi Flick is also being discussed in there. There is Champions League games, UEFA Champions League games, and you stay with us. If you're not subscribed to the channel, it's important that you do subscribe. Let's get into it. Internazionale Milan are playing against FC. Inter Milan are playing in a very, very big game today in Champions League against Atletico de Madrid. Inter are playing at home. I've seen Inter. They're one of the best sides, but Atletico de Madrid are also in very, very good form. They dictate spaces of games. They impose themselves in games, and Inter's 3 back are going to match Atletico's 3 at the back, and that's 4-4-2 without the ball blocked to try and prevent Atletico from playing out on the back end and impose themselves in the game. Inter are most likely to field Pavard, De Vrij, Bastoni. There is Dumfries, Barella, Calhanoglu, Mkhitaryan, and Di Marco as their wing back, and then of course Marcus Thuram and then Martinez will lead the lines. Whilst for Atletico de Madrid, and also Witsel, Savic, Molina, De Paul, Cookie, Barrios, Lino, Griezmann, and Memphis Depay up top. It's a very intriguing Inter side, especially at home. And for me, it's one of the most complete sides. And it's an even bigger fixture for them to test where they are as a team. And if they can really go far in this Champions League, then Atletico Madrid is a team that they need to beat this time. I think that Inter will have what it takes to stop and undo Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Then FC PSV Eindhoven is coming up against the team FC Dortmund. I like this Dortmund side. I like Fulkrug. I like Sancho. Ian Matheson slots into the fullback area, and I think that Dortmund have what it takes, a double chance away to PSV. It's a difficult game for both sides, but I really do think that Dortmund has what it takes to get a job done. Man City are playing in their game. That is the outstanding game today. It's a straight win. They're playing at home against Brentford. It's a difficult game, but I'm expecting that Man City gets the job done. So guys, this is where we'll wrap up. We'll turn up the curtain. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. If you're not subscribed to the channel, it's imperative that you go back and subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. I'll see you. Bye-bye.